Julfer 9D211 coming at you with another video. This one's covering I am Mural, his latest video. So basically, I'm not ignorant, like I had said before, to state that I am not aware that he just started. So the average Dark Magician deck, for it to be finished, as far as I can tell, there's three different ways that it usually goes, from my experience in my last 4 years. So the first one is usually people will either just copy a format and then just play it. The second one is they'll make a format, and it can take them up to 4 years. How do I know? Because a lot of the famous YouTubers, it's been more than 4 years since they've been playing Dark Magician, and up to date, like today, this minute, this hour, they still can't get a good Dark Magician deck. So that's another variant of Dark Magician players. So there's another one, the third one. The third one are usually people who get advice. They accept advice from people who know what they're doing. They usually complete their deck within a week. So I am gonna be making some videos in the future showing you the difference between people who are playing on their own and then when I coach them. So it's not a bragging, but the people will testify themselves. Sometimes it's a 24-hour difference. Like they could be losing all their duels, and just in 24 hours, usually 1 hour or 2 hour of training from me, the next morning they're already broken master as Dark Magician, beating everything. Nothing can stop them. Kind of decks and players, because they obviously use my profile. And then the other thing is I coach them on the mechanics and the sequences, and then they get the hang of it after a few duels. So obviously when 24 hours is over, the next day they're already at a next level, like Z Holy and so many others in the worlds that I've taught. So I was looking at this video that he uploaded. He obviously didn't want to play Dark Magician Invoked. So I'm gonna be honest, I already know why. Like I told you guys, I know everything before it starts. I know the end of everything, because I've been here for a long time. I've been playing Dark Magician since 2002, and I have people that can vouch for me from different cities. They know that I dueled in YCS champion back like in 2008, and I was already playing Dark Magician, beating the Teledad, what people were afraid of. So I know what I'm talking about, and I started again, like I said, in 2019, and getting the job done. No excuses, only results. So a lot of people, like, they get tricked. Like a lot of channels, a lot of people, they get tricked. And one of the reasons why I'm hated and attacked so much, my channel, my profiles, because I know the truth. I can't be tricked. I'm not a child. So I already know the levels of decks, what is required, and what really happens compared to what you're being told, because what you're being told are all lies. So basically, you already guys know that I'm aware. If you don't go through 2 negations per turn, that's a clear indicator that you don't know how to play Dark Mission. You're a fake Dark Mission. But it can be applied to people who just started, because it takes a while. And like I said, some people never arrive at that deck. I have students that are never satisfied with the deck, and I already know that's an indicator they'll never be good. Because I have the same profile, and I have 2 decks that I haven't showcased, and I go undefeated. The reason why they lose is because they don't know how to play it. So it does do 80% or higher rate win. So another thing about fake Dark Mission players, and I am Mural does not qualify for anything I'm saying, because he just started. You have to give him time. What I'm trying to avoid him from doing, I think maybe 4 days ago, a week ago, I warned him, be careful not to play certain cards and be careful not to play certain ways, because what happens is your channel will not upload duels where you take two negations. And I didn't need him to like upload a video to figure out. I already know 4 years before I even met him the sequence. So basically, people do not upload decks where they're being negated twice per turn, because if they do, they'll post that they lose. And you know, Mural was honest to say I didn't upload the duel because I lost my first duel. He was honest. The chances are more likely that he lost with the Dark Magician Invoked. So there's a reason why everyone says Dark Magician Invoked is dead. They say that because Dark Magician Invoked can't win any duels. And what I did was I revealed all the Dark Magician people in the planet Earth, how they're all wrong. Because the deck that I used to destroy all the first place Dark Magician players, it's the Invoked Dark Magician. So that's why my channels hated and my profiles are hated, because they tell you one thing and I show you how they're all lying. And it's not like I'm struggling against first place YCS undefeated champion decks. No, I beat them with ease. They're no chance to me. Even with all the negations and everything they do, I'm not affected by anything that they do. It's nothing new. I've been doing it for 4 years. And then another thing is if you play Dragoon and he's your only monster and your opponent can't beat you, it's a sign. And I already know that. You might not know that because a lot of people don't know Dark Magician and they don't know Yu-Gi-Oh! But I can't be tricked because I know the in and out. I know everything. And people tell me like, you're conceited, you think you're the best, you think you're a god. No, those are all lies. It's just facts. Look at my videos. I put my facts against yours and you'll obviously be destroyed. So here's the list. So get a pen and a paper and write this down if you need to know this. If you're new or you're already an expert, this is things that you need to know. They're not top secret. They're basic information, but the people that you follow, they don't teach you anything. So that's why you run the risk as being as ignorant or even more ignorant than they are. Lack of knowledge. So number one, rogue. Rogue decks run anywhere from $20 to free decks. I've given some free decks away. A good rogue deck usually is like $100 or less. In case you didn't know, that's nothing. That's money that I give to the homeless. So that's a rogue deck. So rogue decks can't beat Mystic Mind. They'll lose to Mystic Mind. One card. Rogue decks, they can't beat Dragoon. They lose to Dragoon. They also lose to Skill Drain, and then they lose to all the hand traps. Those are the rogue decks. So you want to write that down. If those cards are not there, they win. But if those cards are there, they lose. No rogue deck can beat Dragoon or the hand traps or the Mystic Mind or the Skill Drain. And there's a list. There's more cards, but those are just some of the basic ones. So then after that, if you look up the definition of rogue, it says bad, or it says out of the norm, or it says outcast, or it'll say not following the law or regulations. So kicked out of, it'll say like, I don't remember exactly what the definition said, but it mentioned something about kicked out, like a society, you're not part of it. So those are the rogue decks, like they're doing whatever they want. That's why they don't get any results. And then the next deck after that is called meta. If you look up the definition of meta, it says meta is one level above, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7, 8, not 9, not 10, just one level above. So the question is, one level above what? And this one level above was the norm, or what is a rogue. So rogue is a normal deck. And then you have meta, which really means, like I said, one level above, only one level. So rogue decks, that's where 99.9% of the decks are. And that's why when your channel says my deck beats all the meta, I already know your deck is trash. Like, I don't need to see any more videos. The moment that I see that, I already know you can't beat the first place YCS champion undefeated decks. I don't need to see more videos. That's already a sign. Because beating the meta doesn't mean nothing. That's easy to do. That's why there's so many videos that say destroy all meta. So basically the meta cards that they play hand traps, a lot of them. And then they'll play Dragoon and they'll play Mystic Mine. And those decks, the cards that they struggle with are usually Dragoon, and they'll struggle against Mystic Mine. Some of them have a bit of a struggle against hand traps, but not all of them. They can play through at least one negation per turn, and that's where all the decks are. Like, if you're on my channel and you didn't get taught by me, like I didn't teach you or I didn't give you my profiles, the chances are, I wouldn't say 100%, but I'm willing to say close to 100%, maybe 95% or more. You fall under the category. Your videos have a maximum of one negation per turn, because if you go above that, the duo will show that you lose, and that's why you don't upload those videos. Now, the whole entire planet Earth, they get tricked by it, but they can't trick me because I already know. But meta, for the most part, they can only take somewhere around 1 to 2 negations. They can't go above that. If they do, the video will show how they lose. So meta hates certain decks. Meta hates Flunderies. Meta hates Drytron. The meta hates Mystic Mind decks. The meta hates. There's so many cards. They hate Feather Duster. They hate meta. The meta are just a group of people who hate all the decks that are better than them. And they don't post any of those duels. I know, because you go through the channel and they already have 6-7 years playing and they don't have any. And it's also taboo to talk about those decks, because if you do, they have to reveal that they lost. And the first thing they do is resort to a bunch of excuses. Usually meta people, when you challenge them to a duel, they tell you, I don't have time to duel, I don't have time to enter a tournament. They're lying, because every day they upload videos, so they're lying to you. They're afraid to be exposed, because Master Duel, if you're Diamond 1, your deck is actually trash, because I already revealed. No one else on the planet reveals this. I did. I revealed this like 4 months ago. It's not first thing. That's why I stopped playing Master Duel. The equation to hit Diamond 1 is actually you have to win twice and you have to lose one. That makes you move forward. That is considered a trash deck. So that's why I am not impressed by those decks. Instead, I challenge them to a duel and they don't want to. So yeah, that's meta. Meta, in my book and in my channel, meta is considered trash. We don't talk about meta because they're too weak for us. So now we've gone through the definition of rogue and meta, and then we're gonna move on to top tier. So when you look up top tier, it says at the top, pinnacle, at the top of a tier. So if you look up tier as a list, or organized groups as a definition. So you have to create a tier, which is a group, categories. And then you have to put the deck at the very top where nobody's above them. And that means top tier. That's why it says top tier, because it's at the top. And then in top tier, those decks, if you play Dragoon, you die. And then if you play Mystic Mine, you die. Skill Drain, you die. doesn't matter what card you play, you die. They are able to walk all over all of those things. Um, However, those decks lose to other versions of top tiers, which are called top tier 1 and top tier 0. Top tier 1 and top tier 0. Top tier 1 is usually YCS or regionals top 32 or 16. And then once you get to top tier 0, those are all the first place undefeated YCS World Champion decks. And you can tell those decks because nobody has those against them. Like you spend your whole life until the day you die looking for videos where people have those duels, and you'll live and you'll die and you'll never find any. So those decks, the tier 0 can establish 4 to 8 negates per turn. But the Splice deck, I already beat it twice. I played it, and those decks, believe me or not, they're a mandatory 3 per turn, and they can do up to 6 to 8 negations per turn. But I was talking to someone, and they told me that they dueled one, and the guy did 9 or 10 negations. So the deck is able to do more than what I thought. So people are not ready. So when you play Dragoon, not only will they stop it, even if he comes out to the board, he's gone. So that's why I've been telling people to be careful with you listen to people who teach you. Like Loza was saying, Dragoon's the boss master. He's lying, because Dragoon has never won a duel when you go to tier 1. If I'm lying, see my videos when I duel tier 1. I have never won with a Dragoon to this day. Dragoon's a worthless monster. And Dragoon can't beat tier 0 decks. Like if you notice the recent Foundries, I summoned Dragoon. What they do, they got rid of them like nothing. And then what did I say right after? I said, I told you Dragoon is nothing. He always has been, he always will be. That's why they're delaying to ban him, because he's weak. So if you're winning with Dragoon, that's an indication that you're dueling either a rogue deck, which is trash, or you're dueling meta trash. And on my channel, you'll notice Dragoon is nothing, because I'm dueling tier 0 decks. But guess what? They're not affected by Mystic Mind. They're not affected with Skill Drain. They're able to beat you, even if you play all those cards. So if you come to my duel, to my channel, you see me duel, and you see exactly what I did. They popped the Skill Drain. They popped the Mystic Mind, all in the same duel. It's not like one per duel. No. I play Mystic Mind, they get rid of it. I play Dragoon, they get rid of him. I play Skill Drain, they get rid of it. They out everything you play. Those are tier 0 decks, undefeated. But the thing is that when they duel against me, I consider myself a Dark Magician master. When they get rid of everything, all I do is I bring it back on the field. We're back to square one. And that's when they can't handle it no more, because they got rid of it once and they thought they were dueling against you. They're like, another person who's not going to upload this duel because I'm going to squash them. But then I bring everything back, and then the tides turn. They don't upload the video because I squashed them. And those undefeated decks become defeated by my Dark Mission deck. The funny thing is that my videos have a no on the Kanda. So that's why a lot of people hate me, hate my content, hate my videos. But then after that, when you ask them, what about you? Like, do you have any YCS decks? And there's no response. And then you ask them, how come I beat that deck that was undefeated? And they can't answer that also. They'll start making excuses. Oh, it's because they know how to play the deck. Oh, it's because of this, because of that. Then when you go to their channel, they win with one Dragoon. If you were smart, you would start to catch on. Who's better, them that they win with one Dragoon, or me that they destroy the Dragoon like nothing and I still win? Think about it. Who's better, them that they go through no negations, they play all their cards freely, or me that I take 4 to 8 negations per turn and I still win? You're starting to catch on. And then also, before I end the video, because it's gone long enough, 3 to 5 days ago, I uploaded a video and I did a spoil on all the people that were trying to trick you about the Dark Mission deck. and I showed you the profile. I am mural, looked at it, and then a lot of people did, and I revealed the deck that everyone's saying coming soon, but I revealed it already months or maybe years before they show you. And guess what? Happy birthday to Loza. And people mistake me, like they think that I hate Loza. No, it's just that I tell the truth. Just because I like you or because I support you doesn't mean I'm gonna lie. It doesn't matter who you are, I have to speak the truth. Whether you're my friend or not, whether I like you or not, none of those things matter. And there is nobody that I don't like. I just don't agree with people, but there's nobody that I don't like. I like Loza a lot. I was with him before anybody else. With his subscribers were only 13. But just like everybody else, they hate me because I speak the truth and I expose everyone. I expose the fake Dark Magician players. And you know what? Loza started playing the profile that I showed you guys. So here's the question to everyone. How did I know a week before he posted it? How did I know he was going to play that deck? See what I mean? I'm trying to tell you guys, I know everything before it happens. Before you start your journey, I already know how it ends. And I am Mural. I warned you about Master of Chaos. And everything I told you is coming to fruition. You're not going to be posting any decks going against negations, and then on top of that, your Dragoon's gonna be winning you duels by itself, and that's already a sign. Then also the Master of Chaos, all the things he teaches you, they're not gonna have any results. And I'm gonna start a new series where I'm gonna show the people that I teach, within 24 hours, they become masters. No longer losing to any deck and beating YCS champions and everything. And even the people that I teach, they turn on me. They'll turn around later on. Like if it continues, I'm gonna be exposing these people. If they don't continue, I'm not gonna do anything. But if they continue, I'm gonna expose them for the lies and cheats that they are, because they get my profiles, they win against everything, first place, and then afterwards they turn around and say it wasn't my profile. But the funny thing is, every card they play, they're my deck. And then I have the proof on the Discord that I taught them. It shows you me and them talking, and I'm teaching them step by step, and you get the pictures and everything, the profiles, so they're lying. That's why I know I'm right and they're wrong. So in my channel, freedom of speech, you're allowed to say whatever you want, but I'm allowed to defend myself. So if you're gonna say something, be careful, because I'm gonna destroy you if you're lying. And that's one of the reasons why people hate me, because I'm untouchable. They try one way, they can't touch me. They try another, they can't touch me. They try to slander me, and it doesn't work. They try to accuse me of lying, it doesn't work. They try to accuse me I didn't give $5,000 for your cards, and then people come out saying I did because they received the cards. I was like, no matter what you do, you're gonna be destroyed. I'm not like the other channels that they're filtered and they're scared to say things because you might get angry. Me, I'm a U.S. citizen by the Constitution, freedom of speech, and I'm gonna use the truth to destroy you. If you're a good, humble, honest person, I'm with you and I protect you and I teach you. It's just the people who think that they're better and they try to get away with lies. Those people, I'm here to expose you, and I'm here to hunt you and punish you, just like I've been doing for a lot of years. So I am Mural, good video, good starting point, and everything I told you as days progress, everything I said is gonna happen, almost like I'm a prophet, like prophesying, like everything I say comes true. You're more likely not gonna be playing Dark Mission Invoke just like the rest of the world, because nobody can win with it. And then your videos, you're not gonna go through negations, and then on top of that, you're gonna be winning with Dragoon by itself. And then what I don't know is how long it's gonna take you to learn Dark Magician. Like I said, I need to cut off the video, but there's 3 types. The first one he never arrives at it. That's the typical. Uh, the second one, he just copies someone's deck, and it takes them about a month. And then the third one, 24 hours, I teach them. That's it. So, um, like I said, I'm not affected by hand traps. I'm a tier 0 style dark magician. And if anybody wants to challenge me, go ahead. You're gonna be embarrassed. And then also, I know the person complaining, they don't have any of the content I do. Neither does anybody else in the whole millions of YouTubers. I know, because sometimes I spend a few hours searching and I find nothing. Nobody has the content I do. And with that being said, dark magic attack.